Hey gents, Mario Cavallo here with DragonQuartzAudio. We gotta have a serious conversation about good and important skepticism. You know, there's only three things that exist to overcome all of our skepticism when we're buying gear. And they're all really important. One is quality, two is sound performance, and then what are those relative to price? And we have to accept the fact that there are products out there that are not expensive, that sound fabulous. And there's a tier. And I want to know if you agree with this. There's a tier. And the tier is of sound quality and overall quality relative to price. And that is this. Let's just say if you're spending, and you might not believe it, but $200 to $500, supposedly you're getting 85% of audiophile Nirvana quality. Okay. And that sounds really good. And if you spend $1,000, so we're over 500, if you go to $1,000 plus, you're now going to be getting 95% of audiophile Nirvana quality, right? Well, how much does the last 5% cost? And we all, I'm sure, agree. And I'm sure we all know the answer to this one, and that is, man, that last 5% can get really, really expensive. Okay? Seeking that perfect sound, seeking that ultimate refinement, you're now spending $3,000, $5,000, $10,000. Okay? For each on your products, because you're spending $3,000 on, or $5,000 or $10,000 on the amplifier. You may be spending the exact same amount of money on your preamplifier and amplifier, so now you've doubled your money. You're spending $3,000 to $5,000 to $10,000 on your speakers. You're spending $3,000 to $5,000 to $10,000 on your CD player or turntable. You're even spending $3,000 on your phono preamplifier, and you're spending another $3,000 to $5,000 to $10,000 on your turntable, and you're spending $2,000 on your supposed amazing moving coil cartridge. And I've skipped the fact that you may even go ahead and buy yourself a separate, better, quote, $5,000 tone arm, just a tone arm, to put on your turntable. Let's go backwards, okay? China has turned all of this upside down. Okay, and I'm not even going to mention the Amari LP16 in this video again. Okay, because what we now have are some of the most legendary and respected audiophile channels out there listening to, quote, cheap Chinese gear and going, oh my gosh, this really does sound as good as a whole bunch of products out there that cost 5, 10, 20 times more. Okay, I'll use a couple of examples. The IEMA 10th anniversary A20 Class D amplifier. It's just, do you think any company who's trying to make a mark in the marketplace is going to make a cheap product that they're going to label as their 10th anniversary deluxe super special amazing amplifier? Of course not. Okay. If it's their 10th anniversary amplifier, they're going to put everything into it they possibly can because they're planning a marketing launch. So they're certainly not going to use cheap components and all kinds of cheap parts on it. And it's not going to sound like crap. Well, sure enough, that's the case. Go to a couple of the reviews out there on the IEMA A20. You don't want to know how good it sounds because it's like under $200. And you listen to it next to $1,500 amplifiers and go, it sounds the same. And it's the truth, guys. It's the absolute truth. Go watch the reviews. Another example in the world of Chinese brand audio that's gone through the roof and made it to the marketplace globally, and that is Fosi, F-O-S-I. Yeah. So go ahead and check the reviews on the Fosi ZP3 preamp. Okay. And people are like, go to Audio Science Review. And he's like, this is the quietest preamp I've ever measured, or something like that. It's like, 130 dB signal to noise ratio. He's like, it's super exquisitely crazy quiet, which means it doesn't do anything, which is exactly what you want a preamp to do. So plug in your favorite fabulous, amazing power amp, or plug in one of Fozzie's amps, or plug in the IEMA 10th anniversary amp, or plug in, you can use as a preamp IEMA's T20 matching preamp, which goes with its 10th anniversary A20 amp and also happens to be a tube preamp. I mean, and you listen to the quality of this stuff and read the reviews. Reviews are everything in this business. Okay, reviews are everything in this wonderful world of our hobby of audio gear. I love the gear, and we also love the sound. And all of a sudden we're going, so for $200 and another $200, oh my gosh, yeah, it does sound as good as stuff that costs $2,000. And it does, and it's true, and it's real. Which leads us to the quality part. Was it made cheaply? Well, obviously not. And again, go to the reviews. People look at the quality of the Fozzie ZD3 and the IEMA A20 T20 set and lots of other new Chinese gear out there. Topping also comes to mind. And is the quality low? Hell no. This stuff is superbly made. I've been saying the same thing to you all the way about Amari LP16. Quality is superb. It's exquisitely crafted and designed. Period. End of story. Well, then how the heck is all this stuff so cheap? I've told you the answer to that in my other video, which is entitled, well, if the Amari LP16 spring suspended plinth turntable is only $1,500, is so good, why is it only $1,500? Why is it so affordable compared to other spring suspended turntables? It's China, guys, okay? That means the cost of living and salaries are both 3 to 7 times lower here in China. Don't feel sorry for people here in China, okay? Yes, the factory technician, electrician, electronics experts here in China, their salaries are below $24,000 a year. Their salaries in Germany and America and Canada and the UK, where a lot of those favorite brands of yours are made, okay, and cost 3 times more, their salaries are also 3 to 5 times higher. Those guys are making $60,000, $80,000, $100,000 a year. That money's got to come from somewhere. The prices have to be a lot higher to pay the bills, and the bills are a lot higher, so the prices are a lot higher. The profit margins have to be a lot higher to pay for far higher costs. It's just that simple. It's just that simple, okay? So we're reviewing 3 things here. The only thing that matters when we're skeptics: quality, sound performance, and then what's the price, okay? That's it. That's the bottom lines. All of this makes perfect sense. As so many other guys have said, it's never been a better time on planet Earth to be an audiophile. Yes, it's true that you are buying now brands which are Chinese made, which are $200 to $500, and in that category today, by quality measurement performance, by the quality of you're looking at the actual way that the product itself is made, you're looking at it going, yeah, and it's really well made, and the sound performance, you're getting everything. It's all really does sound as good as the stuff that used to cost $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, $5,000, and right now, even new products that are $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 dollars or more. And the final example, from referencing the other video that I just put out about phono preamps, legendary, wonderful guy, Harley Lovegrove, over at Pearl Acoustics, who makes really expensive and amazing Sibelius speakers. He throws a Fozzie X5 phono preamp for $120 into the mix with $1,000, $2,000, and $3,000 plus phono preamps. And don't listen to me or what Harley said. He concluded he was keeping the Fozzie X5. It sounded extremely quiet, quieter than all those other expensive phono preamps, except one, is what he said, and sounded really, really good, and I'm keeping the Fozzy X5. Okay, Don't listen to Harley, don't listen to me. Go to part 2 of his video, where all the soundtracks are in there, comparing all of these amplifiers, okay, phono preamps. Listen to the soundtrack. You can hardly hear any difference at all between any of them. You jump over to the Fozzy X5 and you don't even know that's the one you're listening to. That's how good it is. And it's $120. Okay. So, and then what you do right after that, and this video's a wrap, go down and read all the comments. You've got reviewers, you've got comments by guys who have the equipment. And these are guys with really good equipment. They're like, man, they got a really nice amplifier and really nice speakers, which is the core of your system. Once you have a really good amp and really good speakers, you're set. Now you should be thinking about your sources, right? Whether turntable, CD, DAC, whatever it might be, streamer. Okay, and all those guys down in comments, there's hundreds of comments, and they're all saying the same thing. They're like, yep, I can't hear any difference between the Fozzy X5 and all these other $1,000, $2,000 preamps. Phono preamps. So that's it, story. That's the guys. That's the story. That's what it's all about. Thanks a lot for listening. If you happen to be in the market for a $1,000 plus, gorgeous, crazy, exquisitely crafted, wonderful, amazing spring suspended plinth turntable, the Amari LP16, it's untouchable in the marketplace. I've been saying it. This is what our global launch is of the Amari LP16. Amari's been around for years. They've been selling in Germany for years. That's the story. They're China's premier turntable maker, and the LP16 for $1,480 shipped to your door is untouchable in the audiophile turntable marketplace. That's everything I wanted to share with you in this video. We went a little bit over 10 minutes. Sorry about that. Please leave all your thoughts and questions in comments. Happy to have this discussion with you. It's an amazing, wonderful discussion. Never been a better time to be an audiophile on a budget. Catch you later.